Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a life update. You know what? I have some things that I would like to share with you guys, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. My life update isn't really going to be that entertaining, but to make it kind of entertaining, I decided that I'm going to curl my hair and drink some chocolate milk out of my skull cup right here. It's actually dripping. What the hell? I have my chocolate milk because I'm a big kid. Get a snack, get a drink, get some food, or just sit here and just stare at me. You can do that too. So if you want to hear what's going on in my life, then just keep on watching. So first of all, I did already brush my hair, and that's a problem with having really long hair, and hair ends up on everything. Like it even ends up between my butt cheeks a lot too, and I'm just like pulling it out, and I'm like, it kind of feels good, to be honest. Like when you pull a hair out of your ass, it's like, it has like that feeling, like it's, I don't know, I'm weird. I'm going to use a heat protectant. I've had this heat protectant for a few years. I don't even know if this expires. Oh, I think it does, but I don't give a shit. And I'm just putting some heat protectant in my hair, and I just put it into my hair, and I just let it dry for like a minute or so. This is just what I do. Add a little bit of hairspray. I've had this hairspray for like years. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to start flapping my lips. So get ready. Okay, so the very first thing that has happened in my life, which was a huge one, to be honest, me and my family moved 36 hours away from Ontario. Place I've ever known. I was born in Ontario. I was raised in Ontario. Ontario is what I know. So when I moved out to, I live in Saskatoon, which is in Saskatchewan. So that's where I live now. I would have never thought in a million years that I would be living out west in Saskatchewan. Like, people out here say Saskatchewan so funny. They say Saskatchewan. Like, I'm from Saskatchewan. It's like, you mean Saskatchewan? Like, I always make fun of their accents and everything. It's pretty funny. And they call, like, a sweater is a bunny hug, which honestly, it's been a huge adjustment to live here because I don't know anybody except for family. So, like, I don't have any friends here. All I have is family members, which is better than nothing, right? You're probably wondering, like, why my family and I moved from Ontario to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Say it's because my brother moved to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan a couple years ago, and we really missed him and stuff. My family and I are very close. We're very family oriented. Like, and my parents are getting up in age. Like my dad's gonna be 54 in November, and my mom's gonna be 54 in January. So like my parents are getting up in age, and we just think it's important to be around family, especially because everybody is getting older, so we can be like a big family again. But it's still a big adjustment to me living in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, because like I said, I don't have any friends out here. And my sister and I do talk. We say that we're both homesick, which we are homesick because we're just used to being in Ontario. So it's just been really difficult for us to adjust. I feel like my parents have adjusted well. It's more like my sister and I that are having a really hard time adjusting to living in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. And it's so hard to find really good people today, and that's what my sister and I were talking about yesterday when we were hanging out. That when you get older, it's so hard to find best friends, you know, because you have to find somebody that shares the same interests, the same personality, the same sense of humor, you know, especially when you're older. Like, I'm 33, my sister's 34, so like, yeah, we're older, so it is harder to like move to a whole new city and meet people. Like, we're up in age, it's harder to meet friends. When I hear like people out in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan complaining about how expensive stuff is, and I tell them like, have you been to Ontario? Like, it is crazy expensive. And it's scary, you know? It's not like we chose to be alive, you know? That's our parents. That's why I blame my parents. That didn't wear protection. Like, it just breaks my heart when I see people online. Like, I was watching this video on Instagram, and I actually showed it on my story about these girls, and they were talking about like how they can't do it anymore. Like, between this girl and her husband, they make like $80,000 a year between the both of them, and even they can't afford it anymore. Like, people that like, people that make good money today are struggling. Oh, it's sad. It really is, and it makes me so angry. I am now a single lady. My partner and I, we separated like almost 3 months ago. I was the one that kicked them to the motherfucking curb. Get the fuck out. And you guys, I feel great. Like, I feel like a huge lift off my shoulders. I feel like everything happens for a reason. Like, you know, they say you don't know somebody until you live with them. That's what happened to me. But you know what? I don't want to live in fear, so I did put my big girl pants on, and I did go on 2 dates with 2 different guys. I'm putting myself back out there, but I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for any friends with benefits or anything like that. I'm honestly just looking for some friends. And you know what? If a good friend comes along and we hit it off, and you know what? Friendship always turns into relationship, you know? Like, I'd rather just be friends with somebody for a while and then see, like, the kind of person they are. You know, you see them in their own element, you know? I don't want to rush into anything, not after the shit that I was put through. Maybe one day I'll talk about it, about what happened, because like, my story could be awareness for men and women who are dealing with domestic abuse. I just want to move on from the nightmare that I went through. Your girl is single. I'm not ready to mingle though. Update that I'm gonna talk about is my tinnitus. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I do have tinnitus. I've had it for a few years actually. I think I got it when I was like in my early 20s. So I've had it for a few years now, and I was asked to do like a little tinnitus update, so that's why I'm gonna do it. Well, I'm gonna do my best to. Throughout the pandemic, which lasted 3 years, and throughout that, my tinnitus was fine, which I was kind of shocked considering how stressed out I was and everything with the lockdowns, the mandates, just a lot of stress with all that bullshit. 2 years before the pandemic hit, I actually fell on my ass when it came to my tinnitus. For some reason, I don't know what happened, I don't know what pissed it off. Guys, my tinnitus became so loud where it was louder than my TV. It was louder than my fan. It was louder than my white noise machine. Any type of thing I would try to mask my tinnitus out with, it was not working. So that's when I had a mental breakdown. So then after I seen my doctor, he made me go see a counselor, and I had to go and talk to her, and I'm like, I don't know what the hell to say to this girl. Like, I've never been to a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist. Like, I don't even know how this shit even works. And I was then referred to a psychologist and talked to my psychologist, and he ended up diagnosing me with major depressive disorder and severe anxiety, and I even have some social anxiety too. When I got diagnosed, it was almost like, wow, like this actually did make sense. When I first saw my doctor though, he did give me like a antidepressant though, like before I went to see my psychologist, just to take the edge off of shit. So he ended up giving me Cypralex. So I'm on Cypralex. I'm still on Cypralex. And then I'm on Wellbutrin, which is for my depression. So I am now on medication, and ever since being on medication, I feel like my tinnitus has definitely gotten a lot better, which is so crazy. Last time I had a really bad spike with my tinnitus was in 2017. I went to a nerd convention when my tinnitus had like 4 different noises going on at once. You guys, it drove me crazy, but as soon as I got to the convention, it like helped mask it out. I ended up having a really bad sinus cold, or it was an infection, or I remember what it was. Taking like cold meds, like not antibiotics or anything. I thought, this will help me, but really, it just made shit worse. I had to go to the convention because I paid for it, and the conventions are very expensive to go to. Yeah. So I had no choice but to go, with these 4 noises going on in my head all at once, and it drove me completely insane. Like, God, there were times I just wanted to jump in front of a car. Like, I obviously wouldn't, but noises were my original noise, which is the ringing noise I have all the time. I still have it. And then I got a roaring noise. I had a squeaking belt noise, like, you know in cars when your belt is going and it's like yee 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 yee. It's really annoying. That was one of the sounds I had. And I had a buzzing noise, like it sounded like a bee, like a bumblebee, how it has that noise. That's what I had. I had like 4 different freaking annoying noises going on in my head all at once. And ended up going to the doctors, obviously, and figuring out what the hell is going on. So I was put on antibiotics, and the noises went away. So I was so happy about that, but my ringing obviously stayed because that's my original noise. So I was happy to lose the 3 of them. Just live a normal life now. Like, yeah, I could hear it, but you know, it is what it is. I know one day I'll be able to hear silence again without having this annoying 24/7 noise going on in my head all the time. And it's so crazy because when I got diagnosed with tinnitus, there was nothing. Nothing. Not like today. Like today they're coming out with like movies. Like there's Baby Driver, about that guy that has tinnitus and he wears music in his ears so then he doesn't hear his tinnitus going off. So I think that was pretty interesting. And then they have like a newer one that's recently came out. It's with a girl in it, and it's called Tinnitus, and it's pretty crazy, you know, how times have changed and people are getting more educated on tinnitus and what it is. My ears are a lot more sensitive. Like, it was around Christmas last year, I went to a Christmas party and there was dogs there. And I was sitting on the couch and this dog so happened to bark right in my ear. And you guys, I was in so much pain for a week after that. I had the biggest earache of life. Like, I think I have like hyperacusis or whatever it's called, where people hear loud noises and it can literally bring them to their knees. A little bit of it. because when that dog barked in my ear, man, was I in pain for a freaking week. Like, I know it's not the dog's fault, you know, but oh my goodness. Something that my brother actually mentioned to me, which I think is a really good idea. What do you guys think of like movie reviews on my channel? Family, everybody comes to me for new movies and TV shows to watch. Like, they always come to me. So me because I am like a movie queen. Like, I love horror movies, thriller movies. I love movies in general. So I always have movie ideas for people to watch. Even on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I always show like random movies that I watch or TV shows that I watch. And I'm like, you guys gotta watch this. Hair is done. This is, you guys like my hair? I need to curl my hair more often. You guys, that is my life update. Get ready with me. I hope that you guys did enjoy this video. And if I'm going to let you guys go. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye, guys.